On the table, we have a GTX 25 by Recon Tactical. That super cool, tiny OTF blade. It ain't cheap, though. Ain't cheap.
Made in America.
That's what you get. You want US made, usually you have to pay, but not always, usually.
Yeah. And that's not that bad compared to some other auto knives.
It's pricey, but, they price it the way they price it. Recon Tactical. I reviewed this. Check out the review. GTX 25. I'll put a link below. Patches at nutandfancybigcartel.com.
Yeah.
Still?
Yep.
TacticalDoodle?
Yep.
Rockin'. New hats coming, TacticalDoodle?
No.
Okay, and we've discussed why before. Pressing on, speaking of US-made things, here's a Jesse Hemphill.
That's such a cool find.
Dude, Jesse Hemphill. Any ideas what this knife is? Well, it's a skinning blade, primarily, I would say, and it's called the Point Rock. It's an A2 convex ground. It's made in the United States in his workshop. In fact, I think he and his crew put it together. I found it completely by internet research by accident. I ran into this, but I was like, that is awesome. So I'm going to review this separately. Jesse Hemphill knows Mike Stewart of Bark River Knives. They put knives together in their workshop in Escanaba, Michigan. And from what I know, great knife and really cool dude. So stand by for that review. Limited edition Spartan Victorinox variety in that cool crystal blue. Look at that.
Let's put a link up for them if they want to find it.
Yeah, by the time this video gets posted, I don't know if the link will be valid. I'll try.
I think it might be gone already.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. I'll tweet it.
Yeah.
And everyone should subscribe to Nut and Fancy Twitter because that's my primary purpose, is giving you heads up on stuff like this. I'll tweet out the link today. Say, hey, and guys and gals who pay attention to the Twitter feed, they score. That's an LTC coin from Air Force Days. Enough said. On we go with a Glock 44 22 long rifle review.
Finally.
Cutting edge of 22 performance. Their timing with this release was impeccable. Right, TD?
We can finally silence the chorus of Glock 44. Hey, did you hear? Hey, did you hear? Did you know? Hey, dude, did you hear? Did you know?
I call it the dude syndrome. I have had a lot of requests. You've fielded a lot of requests for me to review the Glock 44 22 long rifle. We'll tell you why in a minute. Here you go. Shooting testing is done. We did desert testing. We did indoor range testing. We have some opinions on the Glock 44.
Yeah.
And most of it's good. Yeah. We may separate a little bit on our likability between TacticalDoodle and myself. You may find that interesting. Hang on to the end.
You will find my enthusiasm is somewhat waned.
Okay, you just let the cat out of the bag. There you go.
Well, you can tell because I'm already going,
True. I'm more excited about it than he is. And I don't know if excited is the right word, but I like it more than you do. I think. Thanks, by the way, to Gunnies, the great American gun store for the loaner. Glock 44 22 long rifle.
Finding all the new stuff.
Yes,
cool.
Gunnies. Go to Gunnies. Say hello to Wyatt. Thank him for loaning us this gun. We don't pay him. He doesn't pay us. It's a pure relationship. This project is purely supported by TMP donors like yourself. Be elite. Be a TMP donor. Crazy days. On we go with the gun review. Glock 44. Here's our first take. It's about 40 years too late.
I had the same feeling as I would
38.
If Christy Brinkley said, I'm going to start posing nude in Playboy.
Nice.
I'd be like, 2020 is a bit late for that.
For anyone to have interest.
I would have been super pumped. If
guys are saying right now, hey man, I'd be interested in 2020 as well.
She still looks, she's doing all right for herself.
She's taking care of herself.
But it's a bit late to the party.
Right.
And we were saying
we'll
years
say 3
ago,
decades late.
Years and years ago. Oh yeah, they should do. And it's a good niche.
Right.
It would be affordable. It's cool. It's something to train kids. Nothing. Nothing.
Parties.
Only centerfire for Glock.
Yeah. They should have come out with this in 2000.
Yeah.
That would have been a great timing.
Perfect.
For them to issue a 22 companion piece to all their centerfire. No.
Yeah.
No.
They would have owned that niche too.
Oh,
but a
totally.
lower cost, high quality, poly, super lightweight.
Yeah.
No.
Okay, I've said this before. You've been with me on some of the tabletops and bunker reviews when we said this. Glock does not really innovate that well. We think they're very arrogant as a company, and they sit on their laurels. They just sit back and enjoy their government and law enforcement contracts. And I think a lot of times they are not responsive to the civilian market, and they just basically say F you.
I think it's very telling that they did not use the Gen 1, 2, or 3 nomenclature to like Gen 4. When they begrudgingly were like, yeah, fine, I guess it's a good way to talk about the different pistols. Right. Stupid customers always helping us identify stuff.
Right. We like Glock, and it led off the project. It's still a standard of measure. Their combat pistols are phenomenal, but damn, innovate.
Yeah.
Come out with a PCC. I've been saying that for years. Where's your pistol caliber carbine? Where's a different designed pistol? A completely different pistol.
Something you're ripping off from the aftermarket.
Right.
Hey, that small business owner came up with something cool. We should do that same thing.
Yeah, like Ruger does all the time.
But Ruger does it well. That's why it's hard to be mad at that.
Their products end up being better than the aftermarket ones.
Yeah.
So it ends well for the consumer. But anyways, there's a criticism, a real criticism from TMP, that is us, to Glock. Damn. You're late in releasing stuff. You were late releasing the Glock 42, the 43, the Glock 44. The list goes on and on.
Yeah.
Enough said. We'll leave that there. Let's go into philosophy of use. And this is why we've had so many requests for this gun. Bug out kit. Bug out kit, kit gun. Guys and gals were talking to me in TMP Patreon saying, hey, they know I'm a fan of 22 long rifle for bug out kits. This is what we stock in our bug out kits as a primary all-purpose firearm because it's lightweight, the ammo's lightweight, all the things I've talked about. Check out the Glock 44, they said. What do you think? Good bug out kit gun? Not so good bug out kit gun? Where would it stack in your preferences? Tactical Doodle. Knowing what you know now and knowing what we as a family use. Mine, by the way, is a Smith & Wesson 422. And I think you have a 2245 lightweight in yours.
Yeah, 2245 with a Taxol barrel.
Okay.
I would not integrate this into mine.
Interesting.
Because the thing that bugs me is that you have lower capacity, but you still have the 9mm sized. Mm-hmm. This is chunky. Yeah, it is. It's chunky, and I have a hard enough time.
It's only a 10-round mag. We'll talk about that. And look at his... And this is coming out of a Mark II.
Yeah. But compare that, because right now my thing is stuffed to the gills. Yeah. I can't fit 5 of these in there. Right. These, I could just throw them in a little pouch.
What you're seeing, by the way, between the two magazines is this gun mimicking the 9mm as a trainer pistol. But now we're taking it to a POU where it really wasn't intended to go.
Yeah.
Like a minimal-sized bug-out kit gun. I don't think the Glock 44 is that in terms of size, as you mentioned. At least the magazine.
But they could fix that if they just made a higher cap mag.
Right.
If they had this and said, we can jam, 30 rounds into this?
No way, 30. But how about 15?
Amazing.
How about 15, 16, 17 rounds? Make it 17 like a Glock 17.
That would have been ideal for
15 like
pistol.
a Glock 19. That would have been awesome.
But then they couldn't sell it to Italians? Flemish?
Or any other locality where they have a 10-round limit, and that is, like you said, probably the focus of why they did 10-round.
They have to, just to be able to do worldwide sales of 22, because one of the few niches they can not have to worry about.
And in a lot of states, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But they said that they tested this magazine and they went with 10 rounds to make it reliable. And I'm going to call crap on that because there's other manufacturers that have come out with 22 long rifle magazines, more than 10 rounds. My 422 is a perfect example, and they're reliable. They're reliable. So we're going to call balderdash on that. Now, in terms of weight, though, it's only 14.8 ounces.
And that's awesome.
14.8 ounces with the magazine. I say it is a good bug-out kit gun, despite what you've mentioned on the magazine. I'm going to differ a little bit.
If you got this,
you say no, I say yes. It's about the same print as my 422, albeit thicker. So it's not as slender as most 22s. Because, again, it's mimicking a Glock 19 5th gen. Okay, but it's lightweight. You're going to see how it's shot. I would say yes with an asterisk. And the asterisk says, damn, can't we get more firepower for this? Maybe the aftermarket answers.
Yeah. And what I just thought of, too, it looks more intimidating for a BOK thing.
That's right. They don't know it's a 22.
If you do have to bug out somewhere.
Are you going to change your decision then? Or are you going to stick with no?
I'm still no for
Think
now.
about it and then tell me at the end.
I like the threaded barrel on the other two.
Okay, we're going to get to that, too. I know that's a heated talking point, and it's understood by us. Seriously. Philosophy of use, bug kit gun. I say definitely yes. Doodle's saying no for now. But I'll just throw it out there. Recreational gun?
Yeah.
Kids gun?
That's probably my favorite one. This is... I can't imagine how cool it is for the kids to see this in their stocking come Christmas time.
Dude.
Because if you think about it, they're looking
themselves.
They see Dad's Glock. Oh,
they see his
cool.
Glock 19 and go, dude, I want one.
It's got that mystique and the grown-up cool and being able to give your kid the mini version of it. Check this out.
Yes.
awesome.
Good point. Good point. So stocking stuffer.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it wasn't you, but your brother, last suspect, he got the Walther P22.
Yeah.
Which was highly unreliable unless you shot CCI mini mags, and even then it's still jammed.
Yeah.
We got rid of it.
It's too bad.
I much preferred this one.
It was super cool looking.
Yeah, James Bondy looking. So kid's gun. How about defensive pistol for the recoil shy?
Kinda.
22 long rifle is what we've always said. It's underpowered. It's a rimfire cartridge, and the quality of the 22s being made now seems like it's gone down.
The bulk stuff.
The ammunition is garbage.
It's like black powder now.
Yeah, this stuff here, this M22, it is not good. It jams in pretty much everything unless it's a pump gun or a single shot. It's not good.
I mean, it's not optimal, but when you talk to the people that do this, it's generally because like they have arthritis or some hand issue.
Right.
And it's either 22 or nothing at all.
Well, now, I just reviewed the Smith & Wesson Shield M20 Easy. So it's easy to retract. I would recommend that way over this.
Way.
Whether you get in 380 or 9mm. Yeah. You could do it. But it's only 10 rounds of 22. If I wanted to shoot a 22, I want a 30-round mag. Or like a TX22, 16 rounds.
Yeah. A 1022 Charger in a chest harness.
Yeah, with a 30-rounder in it.
Yeah,
25 rounds.
Banana mags duct taped together. Binary trigger.
If you're going to shoot a 22, have lots of rounds. Unless it's like a subcompact hideout like a Model 21 Bobcat or something like that. Competition piece? No, I don't think so. And another one. I'm glad I remember this. Backpacking gun.
Ooh.
Backpacking gun.
That's good.
Because this is something that we haven't talked about for a long time. In that philosophy of use, what we are talking about is a very lightweight, usually 22 long rifle that's just taken along on a backpacking adventure where you bivouac somewhere and you just shoot for fun. But in that application, the gun needs to be ultra lightweight. And I think the Glock 44 22 totally qualifies. 14.8 ounces. What do you think?
I love how light it is.
And it still has a longer sight radius, a really comfortable grip. So it's not a tiny subcompact like Beretta Model 21 that's hard to hit with. It has the ergonomics of a Glock 19, so we'll leave philosophy of use with that. Right?
Yeah. And you can intimidate bears better with it.
Oh, bears know the Glock 19.
Hey,
damn,
Glocks.
Dude. Didn't know you were going to go all Glock on me. Here we go with features. It is, for all intents and purposes, at least in ergonomics, a Glock 5th gen. TD, what's that mean? Good magazine release, just like the 4th gen, but
You should hear the collective screams through ether space of all the Gen 2 collectors that would laugh. Oh, yeah, dude, it's hard to find a Gen 2. It was the last one without the finger grooves. It's legendary. Yeah, I wouldn't sell mine unless I got like $900.
Right. Now the 5th gen has it, and it's available everywhere.
Enjoy that resale value.
Go to Gunny's. Go to Gunny's, get your 5th gen. By the way, coming out of an active system is a 4th gen Glock 19 and FDE. This is a Miami Classic holster rig. I wear it on the motorcycle. No, I'm not making that up. I do wear it with what's going on in society. I'm armed up. I'll put a link to this holster below. It's fantastic. All the Galco holsters are fantastic. Their shoulder rigs are phenomenal, and I've talked about them a lot. But here's a 4th gen. Okay, and the finger grooves. Now, TD and I do not mind them because they do match up more or less with our fingers because of the size of our hands, which are large. But if you have really big hands, really fat hands, this will probably suit you better. The traction on mine is diminished somewhat because it's been Cerakoted. Before Cerakote, it would be about just like this one. And this one has no coating on it at all, and the traction is good. I would not put application tape on this TD, would you?
Mm-mm.
Very nice. We have like a thumb indent like we have on all the Glocks. No big surprise there. Look at the front strap, back strap. Here's the magazine, and I guess we will hit this again. 10 rounds? Come on now. 10 rounds.
It continues to bug me.
I'm sorry, it bugs me. I'm sorry. We're hitting it again. I know we talked about it already, but 10 rounds? Come on.
But here's the thing. Other people have already done a Glock mag like that with more than 10 rounds.
Right. We're going to show one.
Yeah.
We're going to show one. So that's a big miss. On the upside, it does have dual loading tabs on it, so it's really easy to load, fast to load.
Very cool.
All good. Standard Glock base plate. Actually, I shouldn't say standard. This one's actually easier to remove than the centerfire.
It's also very kid-friendly. Like if you have a, if
right.
you've ever had a little
Right.
girl loading 22 mags, they
they'll
find
love
ways
this.
to pop nails.
Right. I wish, dang, it just bugs me. 10 rounds, come on.
I know.
I just can't get over it.
It would be so much better if it had bigger.
Now, this one is ribbed in the hollow of the grip right here. We hate that here in TMP. Absolutely hate it. Now, I think Glock will say they do it for this or that reason. I think why they really do it is so you cannot add a brace like the Indo Tactical adapter to it.
Well, it is for the security lock you can order. Yeah,
Right.
and your private jet is not for parties with strippers gassed in.
This 4th gen has it too. And you have to mill those out, and it's very difficult to do, and you can ruin the pistol doing it. Like I said before, there needs to be a service to send your frame off.
Yeah.
And they will completely and correctly mill those ribs out for you for a legal brace option. And here's a 3rd gen that I have. You're going to see this again later. Look.
Just buy a
ribs.
3rd gen.
Yeah.
That's what's...
Well, you can't buy a 3rd gen Glock 44.
Oh, yeah.
No, these do not interchange. Rim fire between center fire do not interchange. You are stuck. Here's a standard Glock trigger. We are very familiar with it. I actually like the trigger on the Glock 44. TD, pull it for him and show him the reset. Tell him how you like it as well.
I liked it. It felt like your average Glock trigger, which is not bad.
Yeah, I like it too. In fact, it pulls, I think, I'm looking for my notes, I think like 7 pounds, but it seems like it pulls lighter when you're shooting it.
It's got good reset too.
Yeah, it does. It's a good trigger.
It's a little bit stiffer than my 21.
Now, I didn't look in to see if you could do a trigger mod to the Glock 44. If it's not there now, it probably will be, because I think no matter what we say in this video, they're going to sell the crap out of this gun. They're going to be selling it all day long. You may have a hard time finding it. So I think you will see some aftermarket stuff come out for the gun. And so some of our criticisms, I think maybe the magazine included, may be solved by the aftermarket. We will see.
I'm sure you'll have threaded barrel. Lone Wolf will have that already. And
Lone Wolf's like, hey man, don't
don't
commit
make
us
promises.
already.
I'm sure there's someone in Austria sitting in a thing, and he's like, wait, they can get $150 for a threaded barrel. Hey guys!
Yeah, exactly.
Guys, I got a great idea. I just came up with myself. Nobody helped me.
Right. Once again, showing that if you can make money off something, you're going to get some good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, take that, communists. Yeah, people who make money produce awesome things. We have a single slot rail like we've always had. And you say what to that?
I think it sucks, but nowadays pretty much every weapon light you buy will have a Glock adapter. So
true. Not a showstopper. I still love it.
Love that.
Love it. So not only is it flat, but it's actually reverse curved. The Glock forward portion of the trigger guard, I've always raved about it. It is how it should be. And in that respect, I'm glad Glock never listened to the market.
Yep.
Because had they listened to the market, they would have rounded the trigger guard because it's cooler.
Round it.
You don't rest your finger on the front of the trigger guard, guys. We do. We always will. Deal with it. On we go to the barrel. Oh, you got something else to say?
I was just going to say, you guys don't know how to hold your damn guns, okay? It goes right hand like this, left open, and you do it just like that, okay? I learned how to shoot from watching the X-Files, and those guys were federal agents, so I won't have you talk down to my expertise.
Everything I learned about combat shooting, I learned from the X-Files. I don't need to hear anything more. Scully, thank you very much. Nice reference. X-Files coming into play. Something we're doing now, we haven't done before, is we talk about the wall thickness of the barrel for some stupid reason. I think it's interesting when we talk about rate of fire, accuracy, durability, and weight.
It's kind of interesting design-wise, too. I'm interested, it's cool to see how they made it. What barrel blanks they made. Mm-hmm. Did they like the LCP2, you can kind of tell it's like a standard one that they only milled out for 22?
You bring up a good point, because by looking and studying the barrel of pretty much every firearm, you can see if they cut costs.
Yeah.
For instance, I've brought 22s to table that have like a plastic shrouded barrel, and they have a very thin metal insert. Maybe it shoots good, maybe it doesn't, but they did that to cut maybe weight, but usually cost.
Yeah.
Here it's a full metal barrel. There's no plastic outer portion. However, I was going to tell you the thickness. 2 millimeter walls here. Remember that distance and that measurement, because we're going to talk about it with a combative option.
It's also known as barrel girth.
Barrel girth. Roger that. Girth. The obvious thing that people are pissed off about, and I get it. Yeah. We get it. It's not threaded.
Why?
How did you come out with a Glock 44 and not thread the damn barrel out of the box with the first version Glock? Here we go again.
Everyone's got the special, the raised sights, the threaded barrel, the little funnely thing on the bottom. It's so many places are doing it these days.
The M&P 22 gets it from the get-go.
Yeah.
Now, I have heard, and I haven't seen it, there's a Glock 44 factory threaded barrel, but it has strange M9 by 75 threads. Now you have to go source an adapter, put that on. The adapter will come out probably 3/4 of an inch. Then you put your can on.
That is a very Glock thing, too.
Very inelegant.
Like U.S. standard. Because we are an American company? Oh. Well, yeah, you sell the bulk of your stuff over here.
That's correct.
CZ did it.
Yeah.
They did it to the Scorpion. We had to get an adapter, and I think right after that first run, they went to normal thread.
And if they said otherwise, I would love to see them make a lot of money. And if civilian sales tanked in America.
Yeah.
Like if the laws change and people can't buy Glocks anymore, you watch what happens to their bottom line.
Suddenly,
despite their government
private jets,
and elite contracts. Yeah, and I've been to some Glock parties, dude. Like at SHOT, they are extravagant.
Crazy.
Holy hell, strippers and everything.
Go look at.
Okay, I made up the strippers part, but they did have dancing girls.
I've heard they had strippers.
No, they weren't strippers. I was just being silly.
I've just seen the ads where they want to rent out their private jet.
Right.
They have like a bombardier.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
it's got a giant Glock logo on the tail.
TacticalDoodle's a pilot. That's why he's integrating that. So that's interesting insight.
Well,
actually.
I suspect they're trying to rent it out because the economy's not doing so hot, and they're trying to recoup the payments.
Got that.
But you don't understand. Gaston has an appointment in Florida.
Right. Back to the gun review. No threaded barrel. That makes us very sad. Maybe the aftermarket has answered already and I missed it at this point in time when we're reviewing this.
Could be.
Don't know, but come on, boys. Put a threaded barrel on it. Holy crap. It's fixed. That will lead to more accuracy in the Glock 44. That's all good. Now we get to the slide. I actually like how it looks. It looks very Glockish, obviously, but it's actually half steel, actually less than half. It's the bottom portion is steel. The upper portion is polymer, and they did this because it is a very delicate balancing act coming up with a slide mass for the gun to be reliable. After all, you're shooting a very underpowered 22 cartridge. There's not a lot of impulse power. Not this crap. I'm talking like something CCI, but even high impulse energy, we've shot a lot of guns that have issues with it. So if you make the slide out of pure metal, even pot metal or cast aluminum, you can have issues. A case in point would be the Walther PPQ-22 that I tested. It seemed like it was very touchy with some ammo. We had to run pretty much high impulse in it, otherwise it would jam. Go watch that review. It was posted, I don't know, like 1977 or something like that. You said you don't like the appearance of the slide. Is that right?
I understand all the engineering issues that are there, but I feel like I'm looking at a stuffed bra. I know they're trying to make me feel better.
Well, they wanted to make it look like a Glock as well. And
they did a fine job. It's just this line obviously tells.
I don't have a problem
22.
with it.
It just reminds me of many of the like CO2 powered Glock rip-offs out there.
Yeah, like a BB gun.
Yeah.
A CO2 BB gun or airsoft gun. Yeah, I get that.
Oh, okay, that's cool. Is that spring or CO2 powered? Like spring air, dude. Oh, cool.
There's your extractor on this side, and TD's going to take it down for you. We'll take a quick peek on the inside. I think it, of course I had gloves when I tried it. I think it's a little bit strange to get that slide off here. Let's see if it works for you this time.
I got little stubby nails.
Oh, you aced it. Aced it. Double captive recoil spring. You're looking at the slide rails there. Very Glock. I love that it's a striker fired.
Yeah.
It's not an internal hammer. It's not a double action only. It is a striker fired 22 pistol. And that looks very familiar. But again, this is tuned for 22 long rifle. This is your steel portion right here. Made it to the polymer section. It's a hybrid slide. I think they did a great job. Show them the sights while we're there. Polymer Glock. Fully adjustable at the rear, which is totally appropriate for a 22. I don't mind them. I've never had a problem with the polymer sights that Glock uses. By the way, when we shot this, I don't remember lubing it. Like out of box, I didn't take it apart like I have done with pretty much every 22 we've ever shot.
You can still see some of the factory rubbing compound they throw on there.
Yeah, the copper colored stuff. So it takes down like a Glock, looks like a Glock. 2-part slide. I got no problems with that. Gen 5 attributes. I love that. And then you have an ambidextrous slide release.
I love that.
That's very Gen 5-y. That's cool. Even though I'm a right-handed shooter, you are too, but that's so low profile, you can ignore it.
It's a cool option.
Right. You don't even have to, do anything with it. But it's a good lefty pistol. Switch out your magazine release to the other side. I think lefties will really like this gun. Jardine, are you listening? Yeah, features. I think that's it.
That's about it.
Yeah. The magazine itself, quality-wise, is fantastic, other than the criticism we leveled. How did it shoot? TacticalDoodle.
Pretty good.
Yeah. I think, let's start off with paper, then we'll talk about reliability. So this is TacticalDoodle at 7 yards. Look at that group, dudes. Getting back to the backpacking philosophy of use, this is what I was talking about. So you have a larger form factor.
Yeah.
You have a Glock 19 form factor. Here's an actual Glock 19. It's loaded, coming out of a active system. Same footprint.
Yeah.
Same footprint. 4th gen, Dura-coated. I love this one, by the way. Makes me so happy. 5.29. Love the gun. So you can shoot with a Glock. Glock 19, by the way, remains one of my all-time favorite all-around pistols.
It's excellent.
All around. And every time I do an update review on it, I'm just saying basically the same stuff, and guys love it. Hey, do another Glock 19 review. I do one like every 5 years. They want one every month.
If you want to peek into the multiverse, we're actually living in the most chaotic dystopian timeline. In the real timeline, you can tell it's the good one because the military didn't adopt the 320. They got the 19X.
The 19X is super popular, by the way.
Yeah.
Guys love that. Look at that group right there. This is all TacticalDoodle. 15 yards. Not so great.
Not much.
What you're seeing here is, I think it's your trigger control.
Yeah.
It is shooting left for us. You notice point of aim was a little bit to the right on those ones that centered. So it's your trigger control, but also it's very lightweight. A lightweight gun is hard to shoot. The longer distance you go, the more you're going to disperse around. Says me. Lots of experience behind that. Observation. There's another group right there. And then here comes another one. I say excellent all around, 100%, even with low quality ammo. Holy crap. I think this was in the desert. 9 yards standing. That's an okay group. I gave myself an up arrow on that. Sean shot that one, and I think this footage is lost. I don't know where this video is. So Sean and I went out and shot it like 300 rounds, and dude, I cannot find that footage. It did not import correctly. Sorry, guys. You may be looking at the table more than anything. Sean right here. Good group there. Good group there. Phenomenal group right here. Again, that's 9 yards standing in the desert, not at an indoor range. And I was excited about it then.
You know, if it runs,
Sean loved it too. Sean loved the Glock 44. He's like, dude, this gun is awesome.
If it munches on garbage bulk ammo from like Walmart, it moves it up probably a full likability rating for me.
Now, I'm trying to remember if we had a stoppage. I think we did here or there. I can't remember what it is. It wasn't like 100%. There was something going on with it. There have been complaints on the Glock 44 reliability. We generally did not see that in our testing. We found it to be extremely reliable, even with some stuff that's not that great, i.e. it's not that high impulse.
Sometimes
Glock got the reliability from what I'm seeing with this sample.
Love it.
Right.
Awesome. Thank
Yeah.
you.
What are you saying?
Sometimes we forget that not everyone is willing to go through the hassle of getting CCI. And lots of guys are able to stack ammo by grabbing a box of 22 bulk every time they go grocery shopping.
Right. There you go. Accuracy, good. Reliability, mostly good. It is a 22, though.
Yeah.
It's a freaking 22. If you want reliability, go with centerfire, like we always say.
It's not for the precision match for 22s.
And that kind of goes back to the BOK, defensive pistol, talking points, I still use 22, but I know it's not without its limitations for all that stuff. Competitive options before we go into would we buy it? I'm going to show you my favorite right off the bat, shall we?
Yeah.
How about the Taurus Tx 22, y'all? Boom. Now this is a great gun for what it is. This has answered a market demand. Go watch my review. So reliable, accurate, yes. Now in the testing sample we used, it did have some reliability problems initially. Then it was like nearly 100%. I talk about it in that review. I'm not going to cover it here. Here's the magazine we're talking about, dudes.
There you go.
So here you go. They got it, right? What is this, 16 rounds? 16 rounds. It's got loading tabs. It's lightweight. Look, it's thin.
Perfect.
And yet this has a form factor of something like a VP9, PPK.
I love the form.
CZ,
it
PL9.
feels like a much... If you were to blur this out and write any other manufacturer, people would be like, oh, cool.
Great trigger, great mag release, squared off trigger guard. We love that. The sights are good. The pricing is amazing. The TX22, dude, I'm going to say it right here. I'd buy it all day long over a Glock 44. How about you?
Yeah.
It's not even close. Well, okay. Kind of close, but the rounds capacity and the stuff we're showing you. Look at the stippling on the grip. Look at the coloration.
And it's got the feel. The metal, it feels more firearm-like.
Okay. Yeah, and you like that. So it's a metallic slide. So it's a aluminum slide. It's what we're talking about.
This reminds me of those old fearmonger articles when the Glocks came out and they're like, it goes right through metal detectors. It's a gun made out of Tupperware and ceramic.
Yeah, ceramic. That was what they were saying in movies.
Some dumb
like
thing.
Die Hard 2 or something.
Yeah,
ceramic going through the metal detectors.
Yeah.
Bunch of crap. There you go, TX22. It's a great gun. We would prefer it over the Glock 44, albeit a Glock. And the funny thing is, when Glock comes out with an FD version, everyone's going to be all excited. Oh, dude. Here, TX22 did it way before.
Why
responding to the market.
Why black to begin with?
I've always said that in my tabletops. I've always said that. It's like, why do we always have to issue black? Ruger, Smith & Wesson, Glock, SIG. Show them that one. Here's a competitive option. It is fantastic. The factory Ruger 2245 Mark IV Light. Speak of threaded, being threaded for a barrel. Speak of having a threaded barrel. I forgot to mention that on the TX22. It's got a threaded barrel already.
Boom.
Yeah. So does the 2245. There you go. Glock, take that. Ready? That's a great pistol, by the way. Accurate, reliable. Same rounds capacity. It's 10 rounds. It's heavier.
Look at how much slender.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, buddy.
And 1911 ergos. This is a gun, not this exact one, but this is the gun that TacticalDoodle was raised on. He was raised on a full weight 2245, the Chief AJ Special. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so this is, an addition to that. This is a Mark IV, so really easy to take down. Would you buy this over a Glock 44?
Yeah, I think
Would you use it as a bug-out kit gun?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Especially if you have like a suppressor on there.
And you already use it as your bug-out kit gun, do you not?
Yep.
There you go. Ladies and gentlemen of the project, the 2245 competitive option. We don't have it on tabletop. We mentioned it. The Smith & Wesson M&P 22 series. The compact, the full size, they're fantastic. They're not a striker-fired pistol. They're like an internal hammer pistol, but they have pretty good triggers on them. Yeah. They're really accurate. They have threaded barrels, the great ergos. Ergos are the full-size pieces. We talked about that in the reviews. They're fantastic. How about that Mark II? Is that your Mark II, by the way? This is the one you got. How old were you when I gave you this gun?
7, 8.
7, 8 years old. This was his Christmas present. He still has it. Show him the top.
50th anniversary, I think.
50th anniversary, Mark II. I bought it at Van Wagenen's pawn shop in Provo, Utah. Now out of business. You're going to put me out of business with that. There's a competitive option. It's cool. And this is kind of a different flavor. It's not a polymer. It's more of an old school 22. Easier to shoot. It has more weight. Great trigger. All that second cool of the the Mark pistols by Ruger. It's cool. We just thought we'd show you that one. And a very obvious but probably often forgotten competitive option against the Glock 44 22 long rifle is what, ladies and gentlemen of the project? Can you remember? Can you remember? Can you say Advantage Arms conversion for your Glock? There you go. Oh my gosh. This, by the way, is an Olight Valkyrie weapon light. Very excellent. Mating on that single slot rail, just like you talked about, with no problems. They've adapted the Glock. Great weapon light right here. Rechargeable, so you got that, like I mentioned. I'll put a link for the Valkyrie below, but it's fantastic. But yeah, here we go. Advantage Arms. I don't know if they're still in Valencia, California or not. We did check today. They seem like they're still in business. If you don't know what the heck we're talking about, this is a third generation Glock 17 in the super cool limited edition color. I did a video on my Glock mods at the time, what I liked. It features all of that, extended magazine release, decal grip, some other crap on it. You just take your slide off and you put the aluminum slide on and you're off to the races with your regular Glock. Now, there are some stipulations. Do you have the box, by the way, of the Advantage Arms?
No, I think it's on your side.
There are some stipulations, some limitations to the Advantage Arms here. Can you hold this?
They've rectified the Gen 4 thing, though.
No, they have Gen 4 versions.
Version for it.
And when we reviewed it, and you helped me test this years ago in TMP, the stipulations are you need to keep it well lubricated. And they talk about it right here. Okay? Unlike the Glock 44, you need to run CCI in this sucker.
Yeah.
If you run any low impulse stuff, it ain't going to function. You do CCI, and it's mostly reliable. It gets better, too. Now, the magazine that it comes with, show them it, TD, is a 10-round mag. It looks like it would hold more. Sadly, it does not. It is bigger than the Glock 44 magazine because it's a G17 format, right? The Glock 44 is a Glock 19 format.
Yeah.
It just holds 10 rounds. It doesn't have a cool loading tabs on it. There are some limitations. Keep it lubed up. But it does have this, y'all. A 25-round mag. What's up?
It's worth that.
What's up? Yeah, and these magazines, I don't think are super expensive for the Advantage Arms conversion.
The whole thing
They're kind of reasonable.
Pretty cheap.
I wouldn't say cheap, but reasonable. So I think that's a great competitive option against getting a Glock 44, having to go through another FFL process. By the way, this is a case that it comes with. It will clearly say, do not use it on such and such gens. This is a Gen 3 conversion kit that I have. There you go. It shows you which guns it'll fit on. Right, good instructions on it, tells you all about it, and it comes with a loading tool. I have the stock slide on there right now, cleaning patches, some lubrication, Advantage Arms. Highly recommended. Would you buy that over a Glock 44?
Yeah, I think so.
Interesting.
I like that it's more gun-like. You get to have it set up the way you want.
Right. Now remember when I talked about wall thickness of the barrel? Show them that barrel right there. It's thicker. It is actually 2.7 millimeters in thickness, and it's pure stainless steel, the Advantage Arms. So that's interesting to me, right?
And they do offer a threaded barrel for it.
Right. So the Advantage Arms is a great option, and there may be some other conversion kits out there. I know TacSol has that one. We did test it, and it was a complete fail, by the way. The TacSol conversion that we tested was not good, and I have not circled back to it. And it was really expensive, too touted. We'll leave it at that. Now we get to the most favorite part of the video. Would we buy a Glock 44? TacticalDoodle, go.
I'm on the fence. There are things
you got to say yes or no.
But nah.
You're going to say no. Nah. Okay, gotcha. I'm going to say yes, and I told you we'd separate in this. I actually like the pistol. It does have some shortcomings. I think we've been pretty honest in revealing those. We've railed on Glock a couple times in this GRV, and it's been deserved. I like it. I would buy it. If you bought a Glock 44, kudos to you. Maybe, again, the aftermarket fixes its limitations.
Or hold out for the next iteration of it when they start.
That's the big unknown, though. You don't know if they're going to improve it. That's the weirdness of Glock.
Yeah.
It's not like Kel-Tec. Kel-Tec is always improving their guns. Gen 1, Gen 2, Gen 3, Gen 4. They should have got it right from the get-go, but they don't. But at least they're improving things. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe they do. I like the gun. It is a recommend. I think you're recommending it, though, right?
Yeah, totally.
But you're just saying you wouldn't go out and spend money on it.
Yeah, not
and
yet.
it's not like totally inexpensive either.
Shooting at 30 yards.
I think it's more than the TX22 by a substantial margin.
Yeah, it's 30 to $50
It's a Glock.
more.
Glocks aren't free. There you go. So there's our tabletop review. Glock 44. Round of applause for our donors. Thank you for supporting us in TMP. You made this review possible. Again, if you have not joined up, you're behind the power curve. Never too late to join, though. Never too late to join. Thanks so much. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. We're going to keep cranking along here in YouTube for now, as long as we can. Doing gun reviews, knife reviews, multi-tool reviews, light reviews.
There's a lot of interesting stuff that we've been doing lately. A lot of funky stuff.
Funky stuff. If you saw what's coming down the pipe, dude, you'd be checking your computer every day to see if the video's broken yet. Thanks so much.